6 months into YouTube, and I need to be honest with you. I don't think I'm doing it the right way. At least not the right way if the goal is to grow fast, chase trends, pick one hyper-specific niche, and feed the algorithm exactly what it wants. But honestly, that's not what this journey has been about for me. Don't get me wrong, I would love for this channel to become something bigger. I'd love for it to make real money, and maybe even become a path out of the daily grind. Because the truth is, the standard routine can feel a little soul-crushing. It's that familiar feeling of watching your time and energy get eaten up week after week, wondering, is this really it? So yes, part of me looks at YouTube and thinks this could be a ticket to a little more freedom, a little more control over my own life. But that's not the only reason I'm here. YouTube forces me to be intentional. It pushes me to create, to notice the details, to seek out new experiences, and to actually make something out of my time, instead of just letting the weeks blur together. It gives me a reason to challenge myself, to finish projects, and a chance to feel genuinely proud of something. I think that's why I've been pulled towards long-form YouTube and away from social media. I'm tired of just absorbing short attention doom scrolling. This might sound random, but think about movies in the late 90s. Back then, there were limitations. Less digital fixing, less ability to patch everything up in post-production.
I need graphics!
Scenes had to be framed carefully. Performances had to breathe. The pauses mattered. There was more intention. You'd get these beautiful little moments. Hurried feet on polished floors. Warm lighting in a busy newsroom. An orchestra swelling under a quiet conversation.
You want to see the most beautiful thing I've ever filmed? It was one of those days where it's a minute away from snowing. And there's this electricity in the air. You can almost hear it. Right? And this bag was just dancing.
Somehow, it all felt more human, more earned. That's what I miss. Now, everything is fast, disposable, and chopped into tiny pieces, designed to grab your attention 3 seconds before throwing you into the next thing. I pulled way back from that. I leaned into long-form videos because it lets me reflect, it lets me build, it lets me play. Enjoyable work is found in sharing a craft, and happiness is found in play. I truly believe that. But here's the issue. YouTube has its own game, and I'm not exactly winning it. If you know anything about this platform, you know it loves a niche. It wants clarity so viewers immediately understand what a channel is about. And my channel, well, it's all over the place. One video is about travel, the next is gardening, and then personal finance, or even a car review. From a growth perspective, that's not ideal. I know that. So why don't I just pick one thing? Because real life doesn't work that way. I can't just quit my job tomorrow and become a full-time cruise channel. That's expensive, risky, and frankly, not very smart. I can't force my life into one neat little content bucket just to please an algorithm. What I can do is make informative videos about the things I'm actually living, learning, and working through. That's the practical option. I'm not trying to be a drama-heavy vlogger where every tiny life update is a massive emotional event. I'd rather be more like a trusted news anchor for my own life, straight-laced, clear, useful, maybe a little dry sometimes, but hopefully with a bit of humor and charm. With those being my parameters, growth has been tough. My subscriber count has slowed down as I started covering more topics. Some videos struggled, a few did okay, and others disappeared into the void. But that's fine. I'm having fun. I know where I need to improve. I'm not the smoothest talker. Clock down count. That countdown clock. And I absolutely need a script so I don't draw a blank. But delivery is a skill, and with practice, I should only get better. Even though it's a skill building exercise, it's still hard. Making these videos at night, on weekends, squeezing them into whatever time is left after work, it takes a toll. I sometimes rush content to get something out each week, and that pace has a cost. My house isn't as clean as it should be. My downtime isn't really downtime anymore. A lot of my free time has just turned into different work. Objectively, that's not always a great trade. But here's the weird part. I still love it. I love filming. I love shaping an idea. I love editing things together to make something thoughtful or entertaining out of ordinary life. Even when I'm exhausted, I still want to do it. That has to mean something. So am I failing YouTube? If you measure success by fast growth, tight niches, perfect strategy, well, maybe I am. But I'm also building something that feels honest to me. Something creative. Something intentional that makes my life feel bigger, not smaller. Right now, I think that matters more. Maybe this channel grows slowly. Maybe it never becomes a full escape plan, or maybe it just takes a lot longer than I want. But for now, I'm still here, still learning, still making things. Not every worthwhile thing looks successful in the beginning. So that's where I'm at after 6 months. Not crushing it, not quitting, just continuing. I'm curious to see where that leads. If you're on a similar journey or trying to build something real, or if you just appreciate honest, practical videos about travel, DIY, and figuring life out, I'd love for you to subscribe and stick around. We might not be breaking the algorithm, but we're moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.